All right, hey folks, this video is sponsored by Sportsman's Guide, so we give them a good shout out. We show you their Cool Guy website, which has got ammunition, it's got blasters, it's got hunting accessories, gear, military surplus, all that jazz, which is all super cool. So go ahead and check them out and use my code for a discount. Let's roll the video. Here we go. All right, hey folks, I put it off long enough. John Wick 3 review, long awaited. I love movies, and my goal in talking about action movies as a former action guy isn't to point out all the little things that aren't realistic and whatnot. That's just a big killjoy, so I'm not going to do that. There's some of that, but overall, I thought John Wick 3 was really, really good. In some ways, I thought the movie was better than its predecessors, and in other ways, I thought it was worse. John Wick 1 had a really weird storyline where a guy kills everyone, murders everyone because of his dog and a car that probably was insured, and that was really, really silly, but you forgave him for it because he killed everyone with style. That was fun. In John Wick 2, everyone was trying to kill him because he killed everyone, and then at the end, he's running from everyone. In John Wick 3, there's really no story. It's just everyone's still trying to kill John Wick 3, but there is some improvements. You learn some backstory about John Wick, which is really, really fun. They continue that kind of crime syndicate, that gothy, weird underground vibe, and that's really, really fun as well. I don't like that everyone in the movie, just like everyone, everywhere, happens to also double as a part-time assassin, and everyone knows Kung Fu. The action sequences, they took it even up a notch. So it was already gritty and rough, where Keanu Reeves is doing a fantastic job both with weapon handling. Here he adds a whole bunch of knife work. There was some, especially in John Wick 2, but in John Wick 3, there is sticky, stabby things going into people's eyes and throats over and over and over. And this movie doesn't shy away from showing you all the gory graphic detail. That's right, so probably don't take your little kids. They'll be scarred for life. So anyway, there's some really graphic stuff. I like that Keanu Reeves really got into it, like real gritty and powerful, vicious throws. As they're doing kind of the stunts, I'm like, man, that stunt double, whoever just got thrown, he's going to feel that. And it also had kind of the sloppy characteristics of realistic combatives, where, you know, I mean, it looks a little sloppy and a little bit messy, and if you know what's actually going on, it's chess. You integrate a lot of jiu-jitsu, which I liked, a lot of wrestling, judo kind of throws, so that was really fun. One thing I could tell as I'm just kind of watching scenes unfold is a lot of times the bad guy, number one, is fighting John Wick, and bad guy number two, he's ready to hop into, and he's kind of looking busy in the background, but clearly he's waiting on John Wick to be ready to throw him. So I saw some of that, and then it was okay. It was forgivable. They also tried to get real creative in some of the scenes of, like, so there's a high speed motorcycle chase, and if you are really a biker, it's kind of hard to adjust your rear view mirror without wiping out. Not really, but kind of, sort of. And here there's all kinds of stuff going on. I'm like, all right, that's it. I guess it becomes so oversaturated with wow, awesome action stuff that you'll start to believe anything. It's kind of like, okay, I got no problem with that. Like he kills two different people with a horse, the same move. So there's a big horse scene and whatnot. So that was really entertaining. The knife stuff was really cool. Probably one of the more unrealistic portions of the movie is he's killing everyone. So good job, John Wick being John Wick, the Baba Yaga, and he's killing everyone, but he's also almost getting killed and brutally, savagely beaten up in the process. But that happens like 24 times as he's constantly going. It looks like it happens all over the span of a couple days as well. So he's going without sleep, without food, without water, savagely beating from one savage beating, and he's just getting constantly more maimed and crippled, crosses a desert, almost dies of fatigue, and he did it all on just about a little ounce of Halle Berry spit, literally. And anyway, so round and round you go. I liked some of the Matrix salutes as Lawrence Fishburne was in there. Lawrence Fishburne rocked it, and he kind of stole the show at the last part of the movie. I really liked that as well. Gun handling stuff was top marks again as a firearms instructor. I literally just got off the range today. Fun story. I was out teaching a whole class of dudes some tac pistol classes, and this is one of the first days where as students are shooting, I'm right in the action and telling them what to do or not. But today, around a piece of brass, hot brass, actually went into my mouth while I was instructing. So my lips burned, and that's super fun. But there's a fun tidbit fact. Anyway, I like the gun stuff, and he did a fantastic job in pistol, AR, and shotgun manipulations. Top marks for that. Martial arts, knife stuff, I loved all of that. Again, just like I've said in past movies, he was a big tactical fail. It was disaster. Tactical fail. The bad guys aren't actually responding like bad guys do. Bad guys are ambush hunters, which mean they wait in dark corners for you to stroll in, and then they crush you from. So, but instead we have ones and twos of bad guys assaulting forward, and John Wick hiding behind cover, and then leaving that cover completely, going forward like a raid force, which means it's easy for John Wick to kill a lot of people, but it's also really easy to kill John Wick. It looked like the over-penetrating quality of a competitive shooter who runs out shooting a lot and really easy to shoot. So I didn't like that from a tactics point of view. Halle Berry did great as well. Shooting and whatnot. I saw her grips sometimes where I wanted to fix that a little bit, but again, there was one courtyard battle scene where they're just running into the open and getting in all these gunfights, and it was real fun. It was real well done. They had a part with dogs, and that was great, but they're over-penetrating, and the tactician in me couldn't help but notice. I'm like, yeah, you're going to die immediately. But if you made the movie like I wanted to, where everyone does real deliberate stuff, refusing to over-penetrate, sticking to the corners and working, it'd be so boring to watch. So I'm glad they did it exactly like they did. It was really well done in that respect. Overall, I give it a really good review. I enjoyed it. Just know what you're getting into. Really bad storyline, great flashy gun stuff. Ran the risk of oversaturation. I think it actually did that where there was so much wow, fantastic, beat up. You don't really get to breathe too often. I guess they did have a good bit of breaks. They're doing backstory. I like to see his desperation as he's going from one place to the next place, cashing in every favor he can. Looks like he is just, he's not the assertive, in charge, altogether guy as much. He's really holding on to a thread, it seems. And the villain, the main villain, the dude he fights at the end, he did really great. Some incredible comic relief. What else? There was a fight scene in the very beginning where he kills a dude with a book, and that was really over the top and pretty dumb, and I really enjoyed it. It was my kind of dumb. So overall, go see the movie if you'd like to. Don't bring your kids, and it's pretty good. The very first movie was, I feel like it was maybe 7 parts serious and 3 parts goofy, silly. And the movie recognized that, kind of gave a tip of the hat to it. This one was more like 7 or 8 parts silly and 2 and 3 parts serious. So, and it recognized that, kind of made fun of itself. And so it was forgivable. But anyway, I really enjoyed the movie. Hope you guys do too. Sound off in the comments below and tell me what an idiot I am. But anyway, guys, train hard, train smart. And John Wick, right? Cool. See you guys.